Rockstar Games has just announced the next GTA Online update, and it will be called the Los Santos Drug Wars. In this video, we are going to be going through everything that has been confirmed so far, as well as also bringing over some of the leaks as well as speculation. The Los Santos Drug Wars update will be released in December the 13th, exactly what a lot of players within the community expected. Rockstar likes to release updates on Tuesday, and it's normally the second week within December, so this lines up perfectly with what we've seen in previous years. As this is just the initial announcement, not too much has been revealed based on specifics, but there are quite a few things that Rockstar have already pushed as two separate announcements. The most important one is the announcement of the update itself. This includes the release date, which we just went over, plus it also highlights some of the activities that will be included. With this new update, there will be a new business enterprise for you to operate, new vehicles, and new missions. They also go on to say that this is a two-part story update for GTA Online. The first part will be released in December the 13th, and it's likely that we're going to get all the holiday content that comes with it, so all the festive activities that we normally get every single year, and then after that, we could potentially be seeing a second part, maybe January, but at that point, it's just guessing. What we do know for sure though is that this is broken down into two separate parts. And I'm sure over the next couple of days before the release on the 13th, Rockstar will continue to push more and more information. Now, in a previous video a few weeks back, we did actually go through some of the leaks as well as speculation linking to this, and some of it does work and can still be part of this update, others not so much. We know that this will be an update with Ron. You'll need to head out to Blaine County in order to first start going through all of this new content. It then goes on to say that we'll need to fight off any unlikely coalition or wealthy hippies and trigger happy bikers whilst cooking up potential hallucinogenics in elaborate labs or out on your own massive rolling chemistry set. That does mean for the original direction that players were initially talking about for Michael being included, it's probably not going to happen, mainly because if Michael was going to make a return, it would be in a much bigger way. It would have been highlighted within the newswire itself. Unless it was going to play the second part to this update, but even then, at this point, it's just speculation and I really wouldn't get your hopes up. In that previous leaks video, we did talk about how if Michael is not going to be included within the update, it does make it a much higher chance that the other character which is mentioned will be included. Now, we went through this, there was already references with this new character within the code, and his name is Dax. He was mentioned several times, and now it has been confirmed that he will be part of this Los Santos Drug Wars DLC. We know this because within one of the pictures that are included within the announcements, that you can actually see a picture of a GTA Online character holding a phone, phone's bottom right, and you can see Dax right there. It's likely that Dax will be the main points of contact, whilst Ron, the initial missions that you need to go through, is just a few missions. Of course, he's still going to be there, he's still going to be a character that is prominent within GTA Online, but Dax is going to be the main person, especially with how many times he's been referenced within the code. Not only is he just mentioned, but there's also points in which you'll need to complete specific missions for him. So he's going to play a much bigger part. It's likely that he won't be the only new character. There's already some artwork going around which does include multiple characters that are available, as well as it crossing over into multiple different businesses that have already been part of GTA Online. So Dax is not going to be the only one, but he is going to be the main person that you talk to. The other leak that has been pushed around for the last couple of weeks is the ability to fast travel. Now with this, you can already do it with your Kasaka submarine. You have to head over there and then you can fast travel to different locations. But bear in mind that it is a sub, so you're only going to be able to go on the outskirts of Los Santos. So the leaks have been highlighting that there could very well be a taxi operating system where you can just fast travel to different locations where you choose to. You'll pay a small fee and then this will transport you from one location to the other. That could very well be part of this, but bear in mind it's still not an essential part. And then the other thing that was leaked quite heavily was the ability to produce your own music. With this, it's still a possibility. It's way too early to say about this, but that was a leak and it was referenced many times as part of previous updates. So the idea is that it could have potentially came as part of something that we've had before, but for whatever reason, Rockstar held it back. They've also set up different types of limited companies and also copyrighted certain names based around what is supposed to be a new music studio. So there's also all of this going on. It's just whether or not this is going to be the update in which Rockstar pushes this, or it's going to be something a lot later on. Now, I did just want to quickly go through all the leaks that we have talked about in previous videos, because it isn't fair for me to produce a video, talk about all of these leaks, only for those not to be included. So I wanted to highlight what can still be included as well as what isn't. The other announcement that Rockstar made was actually just 2 days prior to this. This was on the 6th of December. This is where they actually highlighted and announced the update but didn't give any info about it. They highlighted some of the changes that would be coming, which gives us a bit more. The first thing worth highlighting is that the heist challenge that was active throughout November, the overall goal was smashed. The goal was to reach 2 trillion, and instead of just hitting that, we ended up doubling it and reaching 4 trillion. And as a reward, a retro style Declasse Tahoma Coupe will be free to all GTA Online players for a limited time in the upcoming update. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that within a newswire which was released with this, Rockstar did go through and announce some of the changes that will be happening. So with this, there will be some general improvements. All of these will be available as part of the update, and honestly, they're just there to make things slightly easier or slightly quicker, as well as there being exclusive improvements to those playing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. With vehicle updates, they're doing a fairly similar thing. New vehicle purchases will arrive to your garage faster than before. Select custom weaponized vehicles that can be used within races where appropriate. Weapons will be disabled outside of GTA races. Bicycles will be added to the list of vehicles that can be requested from your personal garage when calling a mechanic, and players on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S can enjoy full access to HAL's special works without needing to complete HAL's introductory race. And then finally, there will be some economy updates as well with all of this, such as completing vehicle cargo cell missions in public sessions will award a high demand bonus, bringing this in line with all other business activities, while payouts on smuggler cell missions will be permanently tripled. And there will also be an increase in the amount of money that you're able to get from shark cards. They will be boosted by 20 to 25% when purchased directly from GTA Online, and there's an extra bonus for those with GTA Plus. All of these updates from general, vehicles and economy are nice to see. They're not game changing, but it makes life slightly easier, better or more rewarding. With the economy update, it is something nice to see because a lot of the time we see Rockstar or just game studios in general completely nerfing the best ways to make money, and that ends up just putting those that have already managed to go through it several times being completely rich, and those that are not able to do it from this point onwards now stuck in a situation where they have to go and find a different way, which is just not going to be as good, so they're not going to be able to catch up. And so far, this is everything that we know about this update. All in all, this is something that I'm excited for. I think it's going to be similar to what we already have with MC businesses. I think the way in which the business is going to work out is going to be similar to what we have with cocaine, weed, as well as meth, but on a much larger scale, with there being additional missions that you need to do specifically for DAX, and it not just being about trying to build up as much stock as possible by doing resupply missions or buying supplies and then just letting it do its thing. I'm hoping that it will be something that involves you having to play a much more active role. It's just that business is a little bit extra, which will give you that extra income on the side. And with this, it's likely going to cross over into multiple avenues of GTA. It's not its own separate thing. We can see that it's probably going to link into the biker gang, so your MC, very similar to what we just talked about with the MC businesses, but also bringing some of the characters that were originally there, such as Ron, as well as also bringing in completely new characters that we've not met before. And I'm very intrigued to see how Rockstar handle this, as this being a two-part update. Right now, especially if you couldn't tell when going through this video, I'm very excited to see what happens. There's a lot of information that has been revealed. There's a lot of leaks as well as speculation out there, which is still yet to be announced. Some of it has been confirmed with new characters, but there's still a lot more that needs to be announced if it is going to be included. And that is what's getting me very excited right now. But as of this second, this is everything that we know. Of course, depending when you're watching this video, there may be a bit more information. We're going to be covering everything that Rockstar releases with this update, as well as there being new content the second this DLC is pushed, which will help you get the most out of GTA Online. So if you do want to stay up to date on everything, then make sure that you do subscribe and turn on notifications. I hope you guys did enjoy, but for now, I'm going to see ya.